In the last month alone, I've built more than 40 different Google Ads funnels for B2B businesses across multiple different industries. In this video, I'm gonna show you the 3 things that are costing you sales costs from a current Google Ads funnel that I've analyzed across all of them. And by fixing all of these 3, you will get the single best Google Ads funnel for a B2B business in 2026. And so number one common theme that I saw across all of them is the messaging is not congruent. And what I mean by that is when you go to the keyword, right? There are like 4 to 5 steps that customers take the journey, right? Number one is the keyword. They actually search you up with a keyword with whatever you are. Let's say it's SOT to compliance software. They will type in SOT to compliance software. Number 2 is actually seeing the ad, right? The ad, the headline, the description, the assets, whatever is on that page. Number 3 is actually landing on the page that you built for them to take action on your call to action, right? Number 4 is actually the action itself. So there are these steps, and what I found out across almost all of the B2B companies is that the 4 steps don't even speak to each other. Right. So for example, if I type in SOC2 compliance software, it will show me an ad saying trusted security platform, right? It's not what they're searching for. It's not what they're looking to click on. So what you need to do here is you need to make sure you actually say SOC2 compliance software in your ad, right? That's how it works. The keyword and the ad should be congruent, or at least something that mentions SOC2 compliance, right? Same with, let's say, a fractional CFO, right? Let's say I search out for fractional CFO. It shows me an ad saying strategic financial leadership, right? It doesn't mean anything, right? What needs to be there again, fractional CFO for SaaS, fractional CFO for agencies. And so now that the search and the ad is congruent, we need to make sure the landing page is congruent with the ad, right? Everything needs to speak to each other. So for example, let's say a warehouse robotics example, right? We search up warehouse robotics, we click on the ad, and we land on the page that says the future of automation is here, or the company name, or the company name is the best, something like that. It doesn't mean, again, it doesn't speak to it. Think of your landing page as like a white room that your customers come in, or a street that they don't know, right? They come to that street and they're like, hey, am I in the right direction? I have to check my location here. Is this the right place for me? So you need to make sure it's the right place for them. You need to make sure you say warehouse robotic installed in 90 days. The best rep warehouse robotic company or something like that. You need to make sure you have that word in your headline. And also your call to action needs to be relevant to the thing, to the headline, right? Here is discover more, right? What does that mean? Here is book a site assessment. You speak the language they speak, and that's why they will book more. And so now we need to make sure whatever they click on, whenever they land, needs to be congruent with that message previously. For example, right, they land on a form or they land on a calendar page, the form itself needs to reflect what you're actually trying to get. So for a SOC2 compliance software, it will be most people, what they do is just they have a contact us, right? Just boring language of contact our sales team. And they even say sales team. You don't need to mention sales team. They're not trying to get sold on it. They want to get value. So you need to make sure you actually change this up. Now, most people, what they do, they have this long form that is just doesn't mean anything. How can we help you? Like, give us your message. We will wait like gazillion days, and then we will respond back to you of whether we can help you or not, right? What's more a proper method of actually making sure they have the best experience possible. Because keep in mind, like you already made the experience, right? We went and we made the keyword congruent to the ad. We make the ad congruent to the landing page. So far, it's such a good experience for them. They just easily keep clicking through it. Everything is awesome. And now you come here and you say, contact us, right? It will ruin everything. Instead, what you need to do, you need to change the language to see your SOC2 gap. And then the form itself shouldn't say like, send us a message, right? What email, company name, which framework, target audit date, right? The most relevant things. The only thing you need to know to be able to actually pre-qualify them before a book a call, right? Nothing like special. And then on the call to action, you say, show me my audit timeline. Very relevant. They click on it like snappy. And so once everything in your messaging is congruent, you made it now easier for the customer to be able to go through it and just book a call. It's called book a call, but actually you need to make sure you speak to their language. And so this ends up with the first thing that I saw. Like this thing, if you implement this thing, you will already get more calls booked. Number 2 is a tweak on your funnel right now. Right now, your funnel probably looks something like this, some variation of what I'm just gonna describe right now. You have your headline and you have your button. Maybe you have a video, maybe you have some demo, who knows? And then you have this calendar link and a big form, asking them so many questions. They see that form and they're terrified and they just don't want. Like imagine if I'm sitting with my family on my couch and I see the form, I just won't fill it out. It's so much there. And also, some people don't even put a calendar. They just do a form and say, contact us, send us a message, and then we'll reply to you, right? While they're hot, while they clicked on your ad, which is definitely one of the things that you can do. And then they book, right? Simple as that. Or they send you a message. And so because you're already doing the 2-step, right? You already have 2 steps. They click on the thing and they see the calendar or they see the form. It's already 2-step, but it's not utilized. What you need to be doing to utilize it is actually do the following. You need to make sure you have your headline and the button, right below the headline, and the video. If that helps, that will help. Number 2, once they will click on that button, they will see a pop-up, their name, their email, their company name. That's it, nothing else. And I'm going to explain why, right? You will get their name, you'll give their company name and email. You can even forget company name. Just name and email will be fine. And from there on, you will get more people captured. I'm going to explain why. Because then, only then, they will see the calendar and that big form that you have, big ugly form that you have, then they will see it. And what happens is, people who would have already booked anyway, right? Those people exist. They will go fill the calendar form and book a call. Now, those people that I said, they're sitting on their couch, they're watching a movie, they're in their car, and they see that giant form, they don't want to fill it out, they will exit. You will never see them again. And probably they're going to see an ad from their competitor and they're going to buy from them next time. And so now with this specific format, what you have is you have their email, right? You have their name. You possibly have their company name. You possibly even ask for a phone number instead of the company name. I think that's even better. What you can do is you can ask your setters to send them emails. You can ask your setters to call them. You can have a 15 email opt-in sequence. And I'm going to show you the way opt-in sequence emails looks like. And this moves me to my 3rd point. You can have that and you can keep blasting them with emails until they rebook themselves. You can stay top of mind for them. And so here's the actual numbers, right? Let's say you have like 100 people who click the button. The normal right now, I'm not talking in the future with the system right now. And from then on, you capture 45 people, right? The emails from those 100 clicks. Then the call booked on the spot are 20. And there are 20 anyway, right? There are 20 right now. There are 20, it will be the same. It won't change. Still anonymous, 55 people, right? Obviously, those people exist as well, right? They won't even do anything. Maybe they're bots. But now you have 25 more people, right? 45 minus 20, 25 more people that you can reach out to and rebook them in. And probably like 50 to 60% of them will rebook again. Because you'll be surprised how people are busy, right? They're busy filling out that big form. Maybe they'll get distracted. Maybe their wife calls them. Who knows, right? You're not as important as their wife. As much as we want to be, it's not the case. And so this gives you the huge leverage that you have, which is email. And a lot of B2B founders, companies, whoever you're targeting is, check their email on daily. Like look at yourself in the mirror and just, are you checking your email? Yes, they also check. And so once that's covered, the number 3 is the actual email sequences that you're sending them in, right? A lot of people don't even have emails, both for people who booked and for people who didn't book but gave you their email, right? I'm going to give you the frameworks for each of these two. And so email one, usually should be like about an hour later after they did both actions, whether book a call or give you the email. It will be something like subject, the SOC2 thing you were looking at. That's super relevant. Like they're gonna, oh wow, yeah, they're in my inbox right now. You're gonna simply follow this exact framework. You're gonna simply say, hey, first name, you checked our product earlier. Don't say product, actually mention the product, but didn't grab a time. Totally fine. Here's the 12-minute demo so you can see exactly how it works before you even talk to a human. Demo link, and then demo will have the call to action to book a call, right? If it looks like a fit, here's my calendar link, your name. Simple, short, automatic, nothing manual. You can set it up in your CRM and you'll be good to go. Email 2 will be a pure value email. He will say something like, hey, first name, quick one, most SaaS teams burn weeks on SOC2 because they collect evidence by hand across 20 tools. Here's the shortcut, one concrete tip or a link to a checklist, right? Link to your link map. And then this alone usually saves people X days, steal it, your name. Simple, very direct, gives them value. Maybe the white paper you have, something that you have of value, right? And email 3 is a soft book. It's usually, hey, first name, you looked at product a couple weeks back. If getting audit ready in 30 days is still on your list, I can show you exactly how it worked for a company name in about 15 minutes. Here's my calendar, yada, 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 right? Super easy, super easy. And so I showed you the actual structure of the messages, but here is the actual sequence, like day by day steps. So day 0, you put just value. Day 1, just value. Day 2 is calendar link. Right? Your calendar kind of ask. This one, soft rebook. Day 4, you will have your value. And then day 6, you will skip the day 5. Day 8, day 10, value. Day 12, calendar. Day 15, value. Day 18, calendar. Day 21, value. And then day 25 plus, it will be your calendar once a month. Right? That's how your sequence should look like. And so this is for the people that, remember, we captured their email that didn't rebook. Now, these people booked. And here's the sequences that you use for those who booked. And there are only like 3 emails if they booked like 3 days in advance or something, right? You shouldn't send them like 2 emails a day or something. You just need to send them 3 emails, 4 emails, before they actually jump on a call. And what you do here, you're just like welcome them, right? Hey, you're booked. Here's what to bring. Hey, first name, you're locked in for daytime. Here's a call link. Come with one specific thing like your current cost per booking call. And I'll show you exactly where the biggest win is for company name, right? This one specific thing, you need to make sure you tailor it to their whatever they sell, right? Or whatever your audience usually sells. Now, see you then. And your name. Number 2 is the day before, right? This was the night after booking. This is now the day before. Hey, quick thing before tomorrow. Hey, first name, looking forward to tomorrow at time. One thing to think about before we talk, and then you give them a sharp question tied to their problem. And most SaaS teams have never actually measured this, and it's actually where their money is hiding, right? Just give them a question, give them something to think about, give them a sense that, hey, these guys are actually interactive before even we book. They're giving me value. Number 3 is the day of the call, right? If it's in the morning, feel free to don't send it. If it's something like after 10 a.m., you should probably send this before. You should say something like, we're on it in a few hours. Hey, first name, we set a time for today. Here's the link. If something came up, no stress. Just grab a new time here and we'll catch it, then reschedule it. This is important because lots of times when they are trying to not show up, it's just an inconvenient time and they don't want to search for reschedule links and whatnot, right? So you should actually put a reschedule link and say something like move to a better time so they actually be able to go to a better time and book and show up next time. And so you have all of these 3 things that you can fix to get more qualified sales calls from your current Google Ads. But now you actually need to track all of this. So you need to go back to your Google Ads, right? And just track set up tracking for email captured, set up tracking for booked, set up tracking for showed, set up tracking for deal closed, right? You need to actually make sure tracking is there for each of them. Because listen, like the form fill is not a customer. A lot of people think and optimize for that. The moment Google knows who actually bought, which actually ad led to a deal, the whole account gets smarter on its own. You don't need to even do anything. It gets smarter on its own, right? Make sure you have this track. And so if you're a B2B company, whether you run Google Ads or you don't run Google Ads, I have something for you right now. If you run Google Ads, we will run a free split test campaign with our AI agents that are trained on more than $40 billion in Google Ads public data spent. We will run that against your campaigns, and if we outperform, we'll offer you a deal. And if you don't run Google Ads, we'll happily run your Google Ads for you on a performance basis. You only pay per each qualified sales call that actually shows up. If you want both of those, there's a link in the description. That's the first link. Click on that, book a call, and we'll see you for a great match. Other than that, subscribe to this channel and talk to you soon.